what's good, Doctor?
What's poppin', gamers?
So this one's a little different than our normal streams. You know that
What was that?
we're doing it through share screen, so we have less of a delay.
Oh shit, that's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
That's very amazing. I feel like all
Super
games should be like.
amazing. That's right. So yeah, well, they won't all be like that. But
Are you in party with them right now?
I muted my mic. But yes.
Ah, it'd be very interesting if we'd be able to hear their audio.
Yeah, well, I can't do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have audio at all. But in the stream wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are here, and there's in-game commentary. Here, I can talk to him. Hey, man, you want to do me a solid and turn off the in-game commentary? Thanks, man. All right, so Packers-Titans. You know, this is a premier matchup. The Packers were a team that was hot last year, and the Titans sucked cock last year and got me pick number 12, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah, I would say this is a very exciting matchup of some of the most mid teams that we have in the MKL.
That's right.
You know, it's not every day that you get Cookie, who's probably going to blow Wally out. But in terms of MK, I'd say they're pretty on par in the same tier.
Is that right?
But, the hottest name on the block in the MKL right now is Andrew Fleck.
That's right.
Who are saying has overthrown Patrick Mahomes as the best QB in the league. Now, production-wise, may not be the case.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
but he has...
The talent's there. I totally feel you, brother. The talent's there. You just got to put it all together and culminate it in, being good at football. And, we'll see if he can do that. A win against the Packers here would be a great first step. Back to throw is Andrew Fleck. He finds his man on the drag. It's the tight end, Shelley. And that's about a 20-yard gain.
And after watching Wally for a bit, Shelley seems to be the go-to man in this offense. Not a wide receiver, but Fleck is still in the rookie mindset of, let me hit my big, beefy guy underneath and take my yards and let his legs do the work. And that's pretty much what Titans' offense is throwing short and getting rack yards.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with having a liking for big, huge, girthy men. Just like that. Oh my God. Just absolutely nailed from multiple different angles. I mean, two guys just closing in on Andrew Fleck. He's the man in the middle, and he is just penetrated from both sides as he goes down.
Not
so
even
violent.
Both. Bro got raped in a triangle.
Yo, you gotta chill with that lingo. I'm not sure YouTube would like that very much. And here he comes again. Rashawn Gary making his presence known, giving back shots to Andrew Fleck. And he's still down.
And one of the most important positions is the quarterback. But if your quarterback's not the smartest, you need a really good center to identify the pressure. And right now, the Titans O-line has paper bags over their head and are blindfolded. They can't see who's rushing the passer right now.
You know what?
And Fleck is pissed.
You know who Andrew Fleck's player comp might be?
Who?
Johnny Manziel. All the talent in the world. He can get it done. It's just he put... Oh my God, he's just an idiot. As he throws an interception to the safety, that ball picked off, brought all the way down to the Titans 43, and already the Packers within scoring range. They've started this game out hot, haven't they?
Absolutely hot. This is kind of the way I predicted things. I believe some people have the Packers in Survivor Pool this week, so they got to be feeling great. Breece Hall is the MVP of this Packers team. Evan Durant was a draftee a couple years ago. Everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. Hasn't really developed. Kind of, comp like of Trevor Lawrence, where he was the supposed number one overall pick, is a big-time dual threat with a big cannon, and just hasn't seemed to develop. And I don't know if that's a player thing or if that's a Cookie thing.
You're talking about his quarterback.
Yeah,
so he's a dual threat. I'm pretty sure he's slow as piss. Oh my God! Certainly,
I believe
it might be a player thing. That throw, ill-advised, nearly throwing it back for a Titans touchdown to the wrong team. But he gets away with one there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
I do think Evan Durant is like 85 speed or something like
Really? I
that.
thought he was like 60. I thought this
No,
guy was a tortoise, but maybe I've got bad intel.
that's probably my guy who's
I
69
see.
speed.
You're probably right, honestly.
And so far this year, Stallworth, the triangle receiver, has been the hot big.
Threading the needle to Luke Musgrave. I was eyeing the guy over the middle of the field on the stop and go, and he just chucks it directly at 2 defenders, but he puts it in a spot where only he can get it, and that is why he was such a highly touted prospect. He may not be the most intelligent guy in the field, but he can make any throw out there. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. You know, you could be as dumb as a box of rocks, but as long as you can point the ball wherever it needs to go, and even if a guy's covered, you're going to have success in the league.
And speaking of success, finding success on the zig route versus man coverage. Nice little adjustment there from Durant to let his guy know that what he's going to have, and he's probably going to be hitting him. And it's a nice play right there, setting up a 1st down and goal. So still in the empty look. Are you a fan of this?
The only time I'm a fan of empty is when you have a hard time reading a defense, because it simplifies it. It spreads everything out. It makes reads super easy. Also, when you're going against a team like Wally, who pretty much strictly runs man coverage, it makes passing concepts a lot easier and finding an open guy.
Yeah, I love playing in the red zone when a guy only runs man. And right there, he finds his man Devontae Adams on the drag, the red zone threat, making his presence known. And that's going to give the Packers a 7-point lead early in this one.
Yeah, I'd like to see an adjustment there from the Titans. Going into this game, you see that the Packers have, I think, 2 or 3 red zone threats. There's no way you can run man coverage inside the 20.
I don't know if that is still a thing. Mike Evans did hang them up at the end of the year last year. I don't know who the other one would be. Maybe Luke Musgrave, but certainly 2. 3 may be a thing of years past. So Andrew Fleck back on the offensive side of the ball here, looking to make a comeback. Going to go over the middle. That's a nice throw. Moreno Cooper up the middle. Gain of about 10. And, these young quarterbacks, would you agree that their confidence is certainly one of the most important things, about... for them to perform, they got to be confident, So you think they're going to be conservative here on this drive, or you think they're going to trust their guy?
I think you have to trust your guy, but with this Titans team, I'm not sure you can trust the head coach to make the correct play calls. As he's had a previous game of the week where I think he had 6 or 7 turnovers, and
I think I might have called that one.
You did.
I remember him throwing wheel routes almost exclusively. And I think that's what we saw right there. This guy sees a wheel route, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to throw it. Doesn't matter if it's covered. And, I think Andrew Fleck is certainly being held back by the lack of intelligence from the head coach. And ultimately, he commands play-calling responsibilities. And I think it's a big reason why Andrew Fleck struggles so much. Outside run here, blown up. Continue.
So I would argue that I don't think it's a QB confidence thing. I have 100% confidence in Andrew Fleck, but I don't think Andrew Fleck has confidence in his GM and his owner. They haven't had the success as Andrew Fleck has hoped for. He was precluded as saying, "I'm going to win multiple Super Bowls with this Titans team," and they haven't much success.
They're nowhere near that. I've talked to Wally before, and he says that, oh my God, Andrew Fleck just gets lurked by Callahan over the middle, and he's taking this back all the way. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
So Andrew Fleck already has 2 tablets smashed. I imagine we're going to be at 3 before the end of this first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that was just unwise, just absolutely baited. And not the kind that, you'd want to be. The masturbator was Cookie right there. And, it's not to the satisfaction of Andrew Fleck. Man.
Am I splooged? Is that YouTube friendly?
I mean, that's fine. I just talked about masturbation. So I guess that's out the window, But the other thing you were talking about earlier may be a little controversial, But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I changed my vote to the Titans, and I'm kind of regretting it right now.
I I don't think Wally has ever beaten Cookie. So
yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Oh my God! Just absolutely nailed Andrew Fleck, unable to get rid of it. Gonna fall
I do have
complete.
if you're Evan Durant and you're coming off of a 13 interception game, how do you bounce back?
I think it might have been only 11. You're talking about his game against Suz?
Yes.
Yeah, I just looked at it. It was only 11 actually, but
Only 11.
Still not the best. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, you just got to build confidence. You got to make sure that it's in your head that you're still that guy, and it's probably hard to have that mindset when you toss double-digit interceptions. But you just got to believe in yourself. And right now, I think he's in a good spot.
Yeah, and I think the Randy from South Park meme where is that all you got? And coming out there and like Brett Favre and is going to throw deep no matter what.
Oh my God.
This Packers offense, if it's not going to Breece Hall underneath, I imagine we're seeing some shots out of play action.
Well, right now, the Titans are reeling. They cannot throw a good pass to save their lives, and I think what I was talking about earlier, I think his confidence, Andrew Fleck, is shattered. To throw a pick six in a crucial spot like that, certainly not ideal. But you know what? You just got to get your head in the game. Honestly, throw away the playbook. Don't listen to your coach. Call your own plays out there, Andrew, because this is not it. This scheme, certainly ineffective.
Yeah, whatever the coach suggestion comes out in, don't even run it. Huge bomb, and wow, I think is that Fairley?
That was Evan Durant, and he like almost had it. I wonder if he could have freeformed that. If he did, I have no clue. But Evan Durant, certainly a guy who does not have a confidence issue. He's just chucking that a million yards. Defenders there. It actually looked like he almost had him. But right there, it's going to fall incomplete,
Yeah, so the thing with Evan Durant is his confidence exceeds his arm talent. Evan Durant thinks he can throw it 99 yards, and we see a laser beam up the middle.
A laser. Up the
absolutely huge.
Continue?
I imagine we're going to see a lot of play-action shots here. Evan Durant, like I said, he has the confidence to make every throw, but his arm talent isn't always there. And, I compare his arm to Jamarcus Russell. Can throw 80 yards while taking a knee, but sometimes he can't read a defense, especially if he's had a little bit to drink in his system.
And, I've heard that has recently become an issue. I think he's just a classic Packers gunslinger, a Brett Favre reincarnation. I mean, this guy isn't afraid of anything, and it's to his detriment, but also, it lets him make some crazy throws out there. So we'll see what version of him we get tonight. Up the middle here is Bryce Hall, gain of about 6.
With Evan, you live by the sword, die by the sword. He's going to win you a lot of games, but unfortunately, that comes at the risk of having a lot of turnovers. But the wonderful thing is the defense is able to back this type of gameplay up where the Packers are turning the ball over. Their defense is going to get stops. I like this out route.
Is Durant. He's going to throw the streak. It's underthrown. Stallworth. Wow, what a catch.
What a click.
He locates the football and is able to come down with it with the defender there. And that's just a lot of trust. Evan Durant, he's a guy who trusts this receiver. He went to the front office and said, hey, I want to play with this kid. And they went and got him, and boy, are they a nice combo together. Back to throw now, Durant. Kind of walking into the sack there.
Yeah, don't like the pocket.
Yeah, and sometimes, Steady, when you say you want to play with a kid, it can be a really big problem. So
that's
it's important to specify. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and I'm glad that, Evan Durant was able to let it be known that that's not exactly what he meant, but rather he wants to play with this young, talented player. Holy frick. Little throwaway there. Perfect ball placement, right where nobody could get it, and that's kind of what he was trying to do. That did look a little scary. I almost thought he was throwing that like to be a catchable ball, but that was clearly a throwaway. Now that the play's over.
And I have breaking news coming in from Jacksonville. Wide receiver Darnell Moss is being traded to the Buffalo Bills in exchange for a first-round pick.
That's quite the deal. That's a terrible... Oh, my God. And speaking of terrible things, right to Caleb Farley. That ball's intercepted. We were talking about the gunslinger tendencies, the Brett Favre tendencies, and he gets a little trigger happy there, tries to fire one to the end zone, and Caleb Farley lurking, able to pick it off.
And, you know, if you look at this, at least I believe the Packers get ball at half. I imagine we're going to see another turnover. This is just going to get the offense in better field position because you get a turnover pick six here. I think that's Cookie's thinking 1,000 IQ play here. And a terrible ball, but Moreno Cropper's going to the 50, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. And Andrew Fleck finds his main guy, Moreno Cropper, up the seam, and Moreno Cropper is able to rack his way for 70 yards for a touchdown.
And, you know, we were talking about how talented he is. He fits it into a window there and lets the receiver do the rest, gets shifty, makes a few dudes miss, and he's taking it all the way to the Baja for 7. Nice play there.
He's going to need some oxygen after that, that's for sure.
I'd imagine so, and he'll probably have time to rest up unless Evan Durant decides he wants to launch an interception here earlier in the drive, but I'm going to say that the Titans right now, with how the play callings looked, if they want to move the ball, they're going to need those miracle one-play scores like that because you trust the scheme and bad things are going to happen. Outside run here, it's Hall to the outside, makes a man miss, gets brought down by the safety, I believe. Gain of about 15.
Hall has some wonderful abilities. I would love to see a little bit more better juking out of that. We do see him going conservative. He does have human joystick. I don't know if human joystick is enhanced if you're on conservative. Nope.
Terrible ability. Does nothing, basically. Not a thing to worry about. Another outside run here to Hall, and he's got room to run, streaking down the sideline, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and a touchdown.
And we're absolutely seeing it's either turnover or a touchdown here. 2 T's.
I'd say that's an accurate description. I mean, either we're seeing Evan Durant launch an interception, or this offense just going to power their way to the end zone at will. Even last drive, they were moving quite effectively. What's that, Rajan?
It is so beautiful to watch Cookie run the ball like that. I just want to give a shout out. This man. Running down the field puts a smile on my face. That's it.
Well, you know, having a well-balanced attack, probably desirable. Continue, Doc.
I don't know if you noticed, but Wally was using the over-the-top safety, came down, absolutely got obliterated by his wide receiver blocking, and that's what ultimately Paul having that huge touchdown.
Honestly, I'd believe it because that gap was massive. I mean, one of the just huge, so girthy and unbelievable. Now he's trying to be a runner himself. Up the middle here is Buckley.
And I thought there was a chance that could have gone yard. There was a little bit of a hole. Maybe if your run sticks a little bit better, you can make things happen, or you have a better running back. I don't know who this Buckley guy is, but he doesn't seem very good.
Well, nonetheless, it was an effective run, and you got to be happy with that result. Back to throw now. Out of the gun is Andrew Fleck throwing to his cross. He's got Moreno Cropper, and Moreno Cropper with a man to beat can't get past him. Going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 7, and this guy making big plays after the catch. That is what it's all about. You know, this offense clearly relying on his ability after the catch, and right now we're seeing this team finally get going on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it seems like the coach is playing scared and doesn't want to take his chances over the top. He definitely has the personnel and the quarterback to make the throws over the top.
You're doing some A-grade hating right now. I'm not going to lie. Back to throwing. Oh, my God. Basically unblocked. That's Mentor. Up the middle, defensive tackle. I heard Coach Cookie singing his praises, and right there, I mean, I don't even know if that guy got blocked. He literally just instantly just like, yeah, get out the way, bro. I got a place to be. Mentor
is the typical practice squad hero that comes onto the team, shoves his nuts in the guys ahead of him's face, and says, I'm taking the starting job. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't back since his rookie season. Mentor has been excellent alongside Kenny Clark on the interior. Absolutely everything that you want from an interior defensive lineman.
Oh my God, it's a fumble! What the hell? What the what? That ball's popped like 50 yards into the air, and they're going to rule it a fumble. And Iron's able to run under it, locates the ball, and that's going to be a turnover. What the hell?
Is that a fumble or interception?
That's a fumble. What the frick?
Oh,
I don't think he caught it. I think he got it off the bounce. That was insane.
Are
What
you
was that?
not entertained? That
What
was
the
awesome.
frick? In his own end zone, back to throw. You know, he trusted his guy to win in man right there. He couldn't get the job done, but he ran enough interference where the ball was intercepted. I don't hate the throw. It looks like they're going to get away and live to see another down, though.
Yeah, and so something Wally has done is his linebacker number 90 is actually a really good pass coverage back, and people confuse him for a defensive end in man coverage and often want to test him. And so far, I believe he has 2 or 3 interceptions on the year due to that. And he's going to have circle wide.
Did you see that? He never wins on man. That was crazy. I can't believe Davante Adams cooked him right there. He's slow as frick though, so I don't blame him for not really looking at that. But I think that's a nice throw, and that's certainly the more reliable option against the defense we were looking at. So good throw from Durant right there. We'll see what else the Packers can cook up. Back to throw out of the gun. Ugh, brought down, just thrown to the ground violently. That's Kale Ringo, the former Eagle, in on the sack.
And that's about the only thing Keely Ringo is good for, is terrible in coverage, but fast enough to get to the quarterback. And, you know, after first-round pick, I don't think that's what the Titans expected to receive in the player.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm sure Philadelphia is certainly ecstatic to get a player, a first-round draft pick, in exchange for a player like that. Probably desirable. Back to throw now. Going to the corner route. It's Luke Musgrave. He cooks his man down the sideline. Able to get out of bounds at about the 40. Nice throw and catch there. And we're seeing this man defense just get absolutely dissected. Looking like a surgeon out there.
Yeah, and do you think it's an issue around the league? Or, so I have a question. Do you think if you're running a scheme and that's what you're comfortable with and it's not working, should you stick with it or should you switch? What is your opinion, Steady?
Well, we're probably... Okay, I thought we were looking at a touchdown. You know, I'm all for, you know, trusting in what you know. But, you know, it gets to a point where maybe, you know, what you're doing, if it's not working, then you might as well experiment, you know.
Yeah, experiment.
I don't think we're at that point in this game on either side, though the Titans have certainly... made some less than desirable plays on their side of the ball on offense, but yeah, I don't think that needs to. Man, I'm like babysitting. I'm babysitting Wavy right now. This is crazy. We're probably looking at Davante Adams on a streak right here.
I would love to see a quick read to Davante here. He's gonna have it. Beats his man off the press.
What? He didn't catch it.
Wow.
Wow.
A 34-year. I'll tell you what, a 26 to 27-year-old Davante Adams comes down with that.
I think I'd agree. I'm honestly shocked that he did not catch the ball. You know, he really trusted his guy right there. I think that's the right throw, and unfortunately, just came up short. And that's probably why Mike Evans hung it up. You know, he's like, man, I don't want people to say that about me, so I'm going to quit playing football. You know, we're probably looking at it again. He's taking the safety help away. He's going to have another single coverage on the outside. This is crazy. Okay, never mind. We motion him. Now I'm going to piss myself. I don't like that.
I prefer the one-on-one on that.
He's still going to have it. Oh, he tries to throw the zig. It gets nailed. Can't get the ball off. And that is going to be a 4th down coming up.
No, we're not. We're going to see the fake.
Happen? It's a fake. Rolling out to his left. Throws it to Wilkins. And Wilkins going to the end zone for a touchdown. My goodness.
Back-breaking if you're the Titans.
That is super not good. What the hell? All right. So, picture this. You're up 14. You go up 3 possessions with a field goal. And instead you opt to fake it, and you get the touchdown anyway. What balls on Coach Cookie, huh?
Yeah, and that's something that they probably had drawn up in this week is, hey, this man Wally's special teams, they're going to come out in this like an idiot, and we're going to fake, and we're going to score. Why would you ever come out in field goal block? That is my...
Well, you know, he's desperate for a big play. Maybe wanted to block the kick. Instead, he's going to give up a touchdown for free. So, it is what it is, man. Andrew Fleck now has about a minute, a little under a minute, to score a game-winning drive here. Not a game-winning drive. I'm an idiot. You know, a drive at the end of the half to put him back in the game, rather. what the? All right, little getting a breather. A little timeout action.
Get them. Remember the animations when you would call timeout and it showed the trainers giving their guys water.
I do remember that. Yeah, it's a shame that that's not around. Seemingly.
I always used to make lewd jokes whenever those animations.
It's disgusting. Little out route action. It's Brandon Ayuk. He's kind of the premier guy here at receiver in this offense. But we've been seeing the other guy, and I heard, I think I cast a game with Rage and he was glazing Brandon Ayuk, talking about how Wally really likes that guy. But I think the other guy, I think the new age has come. And I think this other receiver is certainly becoming the more desirable guy to target. But right now,
what is Andrew Fleck there, getting it over the shoulder of the defender. If the defender turns around, that's probably an interception.
That was a nice throw over the shoulder.
Allegations of being a rack merchant. He has over 200 yards with about 201 from rack yards. And we see Andrew Fleck get heat here. You absolutely need to score a touchdown. There's no chance that you're going to win this game if you take through. I need to see a throw more down the field, even if you have 2 timeouts.
Certainly have to be thinking touchdown or bust. I would agree. It's been a really rough first half, and your offense has been booty butt cheeks. But, I'm going to say they're still in it. I think there is still hope, but hope's certainly dwindling a bit. He has the running back, can't make the read, and Marcus Davenport wraps him up and sends him packing back to the huddle. My goodness. And we've seen Andrew Fleck get absolutely drilled from everywhere by multiple men tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
My thought is, I'm just glad this is a home game. Andrew Fleck can go to his $1 million mansion, get some therapy, because if they were getting on a flight to go back to Tennessee from Green Bay, that is a long flight to be next to the men who are letting you get killed.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. There's probably some. I wonder if there's some animosity. Animosity, somewhat between the offensive line and Andrew Fleck here. Maybe letting them come in free. Maybe they got some money on the game. I'm not really sure, but right now the Packers certainly seem to be running away with it, and they're gonna opt to punt. I guess not trusting their kicker. That's crazy. We're like 6 years in, and you don't like your kicker to kick a field goal from this far out. But whatever, man. The punt is up, and this might be the highlight of the... Oh, it's not going to be. It could have been the highlight of the game for the Titans there with that punt. Didn't see it. I would have loved to see him get it out at the 1, a little bit of safety action. But that's not the case. And now this Packers offense, explosive as they are, has an opportunity to score again. Play action, throwing it deep over the top. Stallworth has him beat. Oh. Wow. I cannot believe he didn't catch that. I wonder if he needs to put it out in front of him a little more. It looked like he had him. I'm honestly shocked that wasn't 7 in the books. Unfortunate there, but I still think that there's a chance that they scored. Devontae Adams is on the route he's likely looking for. It's going to be man. Devontae is going to have him beat. Oh my God, I thought he caught it.
I thought he did too.
The safety help is there. Ultimately probably going to be why that ball is knocked loose. Can't quite fit it in there despite his best effort. 7 seconds remain in the half.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is when you have such huge balls as Evan Durant, sometimes your balls just don't fit in the hole that you're trying to get it into.
I mean, that's one way to put it. I'm assuming we're looking at a stalwart streak here. Safety help is there. Can't recommend. Going to the dig inside, that's Devontae Adams. He's going to catch it. That's a timeout. Packers still have hope that they're going to get it in here. Let's see if they can find the hole that they're looking for in the defense. This does not look promising. You know what I'd do? I'd run the football. Can Rajan stop getting online? I keep seeing it pop up here that he's that's very annoying, Rajan. Stop doing that. Ugh, not Mateo Durant. Durant's gonna go down, get sacked, nailed from behind. We've seen it many times tonight, and the story continues. This time, though, it's Evan Durant who's getting railed, and that's gonna bring us to the end of the half. So 28-7. Is this the game that you expected?
1,000%. I don't think there was any way that Cookie was going to lose. And we have had some controversy between the Titans GM and some other people around the league, and the Titans are, digging and crawling to be respected. And both of these showings in their game of the weeks have proven that they are bottom of the barrel. This is crazy.
I wanted to believe that he had a shot, and I kind of talked myself into it. But the closer we got to game time, I kind of forgot that I put my game of the week on the Titans. And, even when we were loading up, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was a mistake. And I think that's what we're seeing here. But, still an opportunity. Maybe not.
Yeah. I think this is the story of the half-blind, fully retarded kid getting a chance in the MKL.
So I've got to know. Is there some beef between you and the Titans? What is it? What's the story here?
There is no story, but my thing is
the streak on the outside. That's Dante Stallworth beating his man. The 10, the 5, the touchdown. And absolutely cooking the man press. I don't know how we can see man press and keep giving him like plays like that. Like the defensive play caller there's gotta be something wrong with the guy. You keep pressing and you keep getting burnt. It's like watching a movie and that you're expecting a different ending, but the same thing. Definition of insanity, whatever. Continue.
So my thing is, if you are not in the position to talk on, the Make-A-Wish kids in the league, I don't think you should. And when you're a Make-A-Wish kid in the playoffs, I don't think you should be talking to the Hodge clan, I would say. And right now, Suzdan has a better record than Wally. They play very soon. And I would say to make the Giants and Titans game of the week, but we've already seen what the Titans have to offer, and it's not much.
I would love to watch that game. I would love to cast that, even if it's not a game of the week. Because I honestly think, if I had to choose, I think I'd take Suz over the Titans right now. Oh my God, throwing it right to Cookie. That's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's down to the 30, and Andrew Fleck in shambles.
Yeah, time to pull Andrew Fleck. The O-line doesn't care for him. The receivers aren't there. Put in the backup, trade Andrew Fleck, get a bag, and then hope that you can recover. Because this team is... There was never a window to begin with, but if they did, it's not here. And I thought Luke Musgrave could have had a chance there.
I thought he might have had a chance too, but there's a lot of bump action. I don't hate it because that guy's a midget. And I'm sure that's why, Durant said, hey, I'm just going to check this to the big, massive, girthy dude.
And we see some more streaks here. And this is...
Oh, my God, Dante Stallworth mosses him in the end zone. And that's another touchdown. And once again, we're looking at the man press. And this guy, he's got to be idiotic. I mean, this is unreal. We keep seeing man press, no safety help. And once again, he is absolutely dunked on. Ridiculous.
Yeah, there's got to be a team meeting or something that says, look, coach, we don't have the capabilities or the do what you're asking of us. Please.
Look, coach, you're a dumb bastard, and I hate you. That's what needs to happen. The players need to come together and say, so which of us wants to coach, later after they retire? And, they need to start calling plays through the players and not the coaching staff, because this is a nightmare. A run up the middle to Buckley, getting jiggy with it, cuts to the outside, down to about the 41, their own 41.
And I have a theory, if you're a player and you hear, your team captain come out and be like, listen, guys, we're running 2-man under again. You just...
It's not even... The crazy thing is it's not 2-man under. It's either a man blitz or it's cover 1, and they keep getting burnt. If they had safety help, it wouldn't matter. It's just so dumb. I don't understand it. He's desperate to make it work, and it's just not happening. But yes, they keep calling the same thing. It is not working at all. And I am just disgusted.
And here we go, seeing Rage and Love back online again. And so far, I'm enjoying this drive by the Titans. It's a little bit more methodical than what we've seen. He's thrown it to his guys, not the other team. And he's barely inside the Packers' fucking own side of the ball. We're going to see a dump off to the running back here. I need to see more.
We definitely need to see. You know, we've watched the Packers sling that thing to the end zone time and time again, and I wish that Andrew Fleck had the confidence to do that, or even the play calling. I don't know why that keeps happening. Back to throw, Andrew Fleck.
I would say that the Titans have every single capability to throw the ball deep, or not even deep. Throw it 10 yards down the field, and we just.
I really think it's a confidence thing. They keep getting intercepted, and they're trying to keep it in front of them. You know, they're trying to go short, and it really just hasn't worked. They're probably a good throw. I was eyeing up the post because you need a big play. We'll see what they can do. He's throwing to the corner,
and wow,
Fleck unable to make the throw.
That was about to be a very hot laser beam dot.
That would have been crazy, but it was not meant to be. So Wavy, this game you've been tuning in and out. What do you think about how the game has gone this far? Are you surprised to see the score where it is?
I just have a few things to say. First of all, I did not know that the Titans were down this bad. Had I known that, I never would have put them where I put them in my rankings, because that is the most flawed 5-1 I've ever seen. Cookie has absolutely baked this kid.
Absolutely, and I think dicked is an understatement. I mean, he's been thrashed, taken advantage of, fricked in every hole. It has been just vile.
Green Bay put them in the oven and cooked them for some fresh baked cookies, man. They're gonna have a sweet ride back to Green Bay.
Fresh baked cookies.
It's honestly a shock that this is even allowed to be broadcast. We're sorry for all the viewers at home for this site. We're gonna need a disclaimer on this cast here, because this is disgusting. One of the usually, you know, lately we've been having nice competitive game of the weeks for the most part, and this is not one of them. Definitely not. Back to throw. Fleck. Oh my God! Just railed. 3 men all over, just draped all over Andrew Fleck, and he goes down.
Andrew
like
Fleck
a
is going to
rocks.
Get a tornado shot, absolute shot to the ribs, and then hit on the other side.
Dude, that's literally 3 dudes just gave it their all directly into Andrew Fleck.
Oh my! He has an open end zone.
Yeah, he makes a bad read. Not gonna cap. I think he's, you know, with how this defense is, I'm pretty sure he is very easily gonna get in the end zone here. Slant route, touchdown. Titans on the board. Gotta be feeling good after that one. Finally punching it into the end zone. And it's been kind of difficult so far, but to finally hit pay dirt probably feels pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like we have a pretty packed stadium too. You probably paid about $30 for every point the Titans have scored here, and that's not. And we're gonna see the kicker kick it out of bounds, give the Packers great field position.
I think that was a frustration boot right there. Having a bad time.
I fully agree with Steady. I think it might be time. I mean, not Steady, sorry, Top. I think it might be time to get rid of Fleck, get a bag, and try to recoup, because this is not.
Fleck's got 2 years on his deal, right? I think he's still got the talent. I really think the head coach has got to go. I really just blame the coaching. And the GM has done a good job putting talent in the field either. And wait a minute! Talanga Hufanga intercepts Evan Durant, and he's going back. Potential to take this all the way back. He gets down to the 30, and we may have life, ladies and gentlemen. You know,
no, it's not life. It's like when Jesus knew he was going to die.
I mean, I'd like to think there's life, you know, to keep the cast going. And that ball's intercepted right back. It's Sims, and he's streaking all the way back. He's probably going to get caught. Andrew Fleck in pursuit. He dives, misses him. Sims, the 5, a touchdown. Doubting him for no reason. He says, frick you, I'm taking this all the way back. Oh, there's hope? I don't think so.
It's
in
like
the flat lurks him. My goodness.
It's like Wally was already with the corner. There was a heartbeat, and the corner just go softly into the night as Wally threw that interception. Every faith and every chance that Wally had was just ripped away. The fans.
We have an exclusive report. We have an exclusive report from the sideline. There's still a quarter left in this blowout.
Yeah, isn't that a nightmare?
I'm seeing a little bit of trash getting thrown on the field.
Yeah, what that sounds to me is, there's about to be some happy hour beers on sale because no one wants to stay here.
Yeah, you gotta imagine that fans probably filing out of the stadium after that play, and I don't really blame them. They have not gotten their money's worth. The home crowd just been absolutely demolished tonight. Just a terrible showing, really all around. I mean, the defense has been just poor play calling, poor execution, poor everything. The offense has scored more points for the other team than their own. Like, it's kind of a nightmare, man. It's not good.
And in a game like this, you'd hope your special teams would be able to perform. Only touchbacks. Couldn't even.
It's intercepted again, and Kendricks is going to have the opportunity to take this all the way back, and he will! Touchdown, Packers! He did! That is so funny. Oh my God.
You guys, what does this do? What does this mean for Cookie? And what does this mean for the Packers? Like, what kind of victory like this proves?
We're probably looking at a suspension, unfortunately, because you see this. This is more than this is more than you're allowed to win by. It's very funny, but
this was always just an easy business, a walk in the park for the Packers, and I don't think there was ever a doubt that the Packers were going to win this game, and I believe
this kick hitting a baby in the stands. Titans fans not having a good day. Continue.
I believe out of spite, the Titans should not score and get some of the Packers players suspended. I believe
Is that how that works? I thought as soon as you breach 35, that you're 35, cooked. Yeah.
So if he lets him score, does it still matter, or is it the fact he broke it?
I mean, I don't really care. Not gonna lie. But certainly not a thing that you're supposed to do. Can't recommend it. It is very funny.
Game of the week.
I want to give a special shout out to Blessed and anyone else ranked below the Titans. I sincerely apologize. This team is 31.
Yeah. We're hearing on the sidelines here that Cookie's math skills not the best, as Moreno Cooper is going to get a free touchdown. Apparently he didn't know that he'd be in violation of the rule.
A consolation score for Tennessee.
That's right, and free stats to maybe make the pain hurt a little less, because my goodness, what a nightmare.
So we actually tried to get an exclusive interview with the baby that was hit by that field goal, and the baby declined to comment at this time.
I think the baby brain damage and is now on his way.
Well, thoughts and prayers to this young child. I'm sure he'll be getting it. Maybe maybe he'll get to keep the game ball at least, and he'll always be able to remember when his favorite team got thrashed by 40 points.
Yeah, and
that's honestly a dream.
Have you ever seen a team like this that everything's there? You have the franchise quarterback, but just not the head coach. Have you seen something like this before?
Browns.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm sure that's what many Jaguars fans thought they were getting with Trevor Lawrence. Who was the coach? He was a college coach that took over.
Urban Meyer.
He was like grinding on like people at like a strip club or something. Yeah, man. Maybe an Urban Meyer situation here. Because I really do believe in Fleck. I think he's got all the talent there. I just think he needs to be put in the right situation. Some Bears fans might lead you to believe that Justin Fields would be good if he wasn't a Bear. And I think him getting traded for like nothing is probably evidence that that's not the case.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields would be an XFL.
Yeah, me too. I think he'd be great on one of those teams. Certainly a lot better than he is that he is in Chicago or Pittsburgh. So we'll see what the future holds for him. But for now, I mean, it's been a great night for the Packers, and they're going to look to salt this one away.
And what is the future with this Titans team? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs in the AFC?
After seeing this, I hope not. What do you think about that? Because I'm going to say they have a 0% chance to make a run. This is just an unacceptable loss to take. And,
can anyone pull up the schedule?
I'm appalled. I could pull it up. We can pull it up after the game. Outside run, Hall, nowhere to go.
If not the Titans, who would you rather see? Let's start. Would you rather see the Browns?
I think the
Most
Browns.
definitely.
The Browns have had a rough start. Many think that they've kind of given up. If the motivation's not there. But he won a playoff game last year. It was like a crazy miracle thing. So I wouldn't hate to see that little playmaker action.
If he stays in the game, that the Browns can win. I told you that, and look what they did. So I mean, at least if they can just compete, I'd love to see the Browns in there. The Titans right now don't even look like they can be within 17 points in the playoff game.
What about the Raiders? Rather see the Raiders?
I would
definitely.
I'd definitely rather see the Raiders than the Titans. The Raiders at least they could upset Stinky. I think that'd be really funny. Back to throw. Wow, what a laser down the sideline. Hits his man on the little, he motions over that wacky crosser thing. I don't even know what that is. It's some weird looking route. They used to be super good against man in the past. Looks like it's still pretty effective here. Bryce Hall just shoves him into the dirt. Did you see that? Oh my God. That was vile. Disrespectful.
Would you rather see the Bills or the Titans?
I'd definitely rather see the Bills. The Titans are just not a team that I have any interest in watching play ever again, unless it's against Suz, because that's really funny.
So
a little RPO action.
You give me a team that you would rather see in the playoffs.
I have no clue. What's the worst team in the AFC? I mean, I know the Cardinals are in the NFC, but I'd rather see the Cardinals. I'd rather watch a Cardinals in a playoff game than the Titans. This is a nightmare. This is just disgusting. Inside run, cuts it outside. Hall looks like he's gonna fight forward. Oh, it's gonna be inches. My
Would you rather see Chargers in the playoffs?
I think the Chargers are a long way off of being able to ever do that, but I think if they got there, they'd be a very fun team to watch. They're guys that like to sling it, similar to the Packers. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting.
So I would go all the way to argue that I think the Chargers have a top 15 offense, but a bottom 30 defense, and that is why they.
I think it'd be bottom 2 if it was bottom 30. That's a pretty wide range. And once again, Andrew Fleck just railed. 5 interceptions for him tonight, and we've seen this guy hit the dirt countless times. I've lost track of how many times this dude's been slammed forcefully against his will. Certainly not ideal.
So that's the same thing for the Packers. Do you guys think that this translates for them in the playoffs?
No, because I don't think they'll play someone in the playoffs.
Yeah. The NFC playoffs, there's a lot of talented guys. You could be seeing Suz in the playoffs. I'd love to see Suz versus Cookie again. A kind of a rematch. We want a revenge game for Evan Durant would be honestly great script writing from those guys up in the That's right. So, for him to get a second chance and win in the playoffs would be a really cool storyline. So I'd like to see the Giants get a shot against the Packers. Maybe less alcoholic beverages. Wow, a little bit of a scary throw there from Andrew Fleck, trying to make it 6 interceptions, but was not meant to be.
Chigoziem Okonkwo just not get his head turned around and it bonked him.
I think somehow the defender got a hand on it first, but he was able to force it out. Quick throw to the seam streak. It's Buckley. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1, and they're kind of playing for pride here. And don't let those stats fool you. 360 yards. You know how many of those? At least 80 of them were a gimme because of the score rule. He has not had a good day at all.
Yeah,
most of it's been rack. Honestly,
the strongest part of this Tennessee performance, honestly, was the crowd. I mean, the fact that they still have thousands cheering with 2 minutes left, down 30. I mean, they're really.
One thing to note is, they do have thousands left in the crowd, but the baby hit by the field goal has passed away.
Terrible news. Thoughts and prayers out to that family. I'm sure
MKL will be receiving a lawsuit Monday morning.
Yeah, certainly a lawsuit. They might see a lot of lawsuits. They're going to see one for the baby, for subjecting people to this torture on live television. And oh my God, Andrew Fleck nailed again. And that's probably going to be it.
I mean, is this really a Fleck bad day, or is this offensive line?
I The offensive line, certainly undesirable. I blame the coaching more than anything else. It's your responsibility to draw up a game plan that's going to be effective. And we've seen basically the opposite. You know, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's going on up there, you know, on the Titans sideline, but there might have to be a change, guys, at head coach, because this is disgusting. Nobody should be subject to this. And these poor players in Tennessee, you know those little surveys they did at the end of the year where it's like facilities and like coaching and whatever, it's like the players vote. I think the Titans would probably be 32 out of all the teams.
I agree. And you know, when Brian Dable said made the reference to 9/11, this is the Titans 9/11. Absolutely slaughtered on the field. Innocence has been taken, and they need to go get these terrorists back.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Certainly an appalling performance. And would you look at that? That really is just, you know, the nail in the coffin. Really represents how the game has gone.
This certainly was the baby's 9/11.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
and the football was playing. That's for sure.
That's
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
What?
Rest in peace to the baby.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
And we are going to see some good sportsmanship here by Cookie. Kneel it out. Stop.
Final kneel down.
And it's nice not to see the Titans, when the game's over, take timeouts. That's what I appreciate.
That's right. I love that. You know, save us some time. I know some of us here in the booth like to take timeouts for no reason in garbage time. But right here, we're not going to see that. We're just going to go home, and I appreciate that, because the less we have to be here, the better. You know?
We see the head absolutely frustrated here, absolutely confused. His game plan...
when Brandon Staley got fired immediately after that Chargers game where they got poo-pooed on? We might be seeing some of that here with Coach Wall.
You've been pushing for this coach firing really heavy.
I mean, just idiotic. I mean, I hope he watches this back and takes some notes, because there's certainly some things that, you know, he could learn.
Steady, do you mind if I sing a song on behalf of Wally?
I don't know if I want to see that.
Can I sing a song on behalf of Wally, please?
I just want to say rest in peace to the baby. I'm sorry I killed him.
Not to be confused with famous rapper Da Baby.
Get ready for that lawsuit bright Monday morning.
Can I sing a song please?
I think that's enough.
I'm gonna try to start my song. Are you ready, Steady?
I'm ready.
This goes out. This is from the point of view of Wally. Okay, you guys okay?
Sure.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice. Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would.
Oh, Steady.
Now the old king is dead. Long live.
Just interrupts him.
1 minute I had the next to walls were
ladies and gentlemen,
me, and I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sands. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry.
Mike Rain? Oh, that's the backup who threw the touchdown.
My mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason,
look at the
gone, there was never.
All right.
The fumble again.
What are we saying?
Go back to the receiving.
Hello, Wally.
Oh yeah, you know what? I do want to see that. That was really sweet.
Bro.
I'll change this.
Bro.
Change this here. All right.
No, I'm still gonna get suspended. I was just making it back within the thing. I'm typing my suspension right now.
Never an honest word.
When did that even happen?
I didn't even look at the score when I picked it. I was at like the 20-yard line or something, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk this in.
I don't know when that would have happened.
Daddy, why would you not let me finish my song? Why'd you kick me out?
It's right here. It was like right here. So let's see what happened here. So Andrew Fleck, you know, he's got touchdown defense. Bro's gonna have everything. Back to throw. What the frick?
He did catch it in midair. He did catch it in midair.
But it says fumble.
Was it a fumble?
It was a fumble,
Yeah,
but he
No, that bounced.
caught
That
the
definitely
fumble.
bounced.
No, it
That
bounced.
definitely
It
bounced.
did bounce. Replay suggests it bounced.
Yeah, that's definitely bounced.
Bro.
One fumble recovery.
That's such a great highlight, bro.
That is so freaking funny. Somebody should
Can we-
tweet it.
Can we see the rack yards that his receivers got?
Yes. So 141 for Jalen Moreno Crawford. 42 for Kayshawn Buckley. Yeah. Kind of a rack merchant in Tennessee.
Don't matter.
So good news for the Titans is
Who is nutting on the microphone right now?
Sorry.
This is crazy. So I hate. I hate. That's all I got.
I'm to the movie doc.
All right. Well, are we done here? Can we be done? Terrible game. Just a nightmare.
So, let's go for the Titans' remaining schedule too, and
All
see.
right.
So
They're
Vikings.
gonna win. WL.
I don't know. I think they lose to Goodfellas.
I think Goodfellas said that he's tanking, so I think it's unlikely. L, maybe an L, probably not. Definitely an L, probably an L. This guy doesn't play his games. I don't know why he's here. Our Broncos suck, Stinky. Bro's gonna miss the playoffs. He's cooked. He's not making the playoffs, dude. Bro got to play Frozen, Nico, Frozen, Goodfellas, and the Jets, and we're like, man, he's 5-1, man. Heck yeah. No, bro, he sucks. He's
Can we look at the Chiefs schedule?
Who's?
Chiefs.
No.
I
Yes.
don't really know why we're doing this.
All right. Win.
You're gonna lose to the Raiders.
Fine. Win.
You'll lose to the Browns. You'll lose
Always
to the
clap
you'll
them.
lose to
Always
Sniper. You'll lose to the Cardinals.
Dude, this is going undefeated.
No.
The only person I'm gonna lose to is Pats.
Shut up. What is wrong
Believe
with
you're gonna
you?
go
What is
on the
wrong
season.
with you? I don't know,
Dude.
man. When are you gonna convince the Broncos that he should play his games?
Where's more wins than sins? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Can he play
Bro's
a
about to
game?
get-
Can you convince
he's
him to
getting a
play?
fourth? He's gonna get a force win.
Yeah, because he gave it to him. Because Goodfellas is tanking.
It's okay. I'll play Nick. I'm gonna be Nick's first game, and I'm gonna clap him.
He sucks, man. But you know what? He has gotten 2 force wins. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what the hell happened this game. I literally pinged him. And I'm like, "Are you guys gonna play? Because like, what is the deal here?" I want to look at Suz here. So he played anti the Panthers, lost to the good guy in his schedule. He slammed a drunk cookie. He beat the Browns. That's really his only okay win. The Browns and the Packers. Him playing H-Coke, that's super funny. I would love to watch that game. Him playing Nick, I'd love to watch that game. Him playing the Eagles, I'd love to watch that game. He's cooked, dude. It's over, man. He's about to go on like a 5-game losing streak, dude. Well, all right, we're done. We're gonna cut it. So thanks for coming out, guys. Hopefully next time the game's like good instead of being terrible. You know.
God said you turned me on.